Hello. Once again, I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the Man. Well, it looks like most of you took the bait. Went to go see Man of Steel this last weekend. It did huge box office numbers, and we just couldn't be happier about that, because inside that movie we have laced several, well, let's say, symbols, okay, and we're interested to see what your reactions are to them. Now, I know that for a long time people have been following Superman, and Superman is an incredible character. It started off the modern age of superheroes, and if it didn't launch comic books, it sure did a really good job of making them very popular back in the 1930s. So yeah, a lot of people went just because it was about Superman. However, I don't know if you noticed this or not, and there aren't any spoilers in this particular video. Maybe, and yeah, inside the movie itself, there were all kinds of symbols, and we're not talking about just the stuff that people were wearing on their chests. Of course, the new explanation for the S on Superman's chest is, of course, hope, or the House of L. It used to stand for Superman. You know, it was an S. It's Superman. You know, like the bat on Batman's chest stood for Batman. And but you know, apparently since the 70s things have changed. It was then the House of L in the movies, and now it's Hope, which is somehow I don't know, taken by the House of L. Apparently they really liked that word, and so they made it their symbol. But well, I'm not even talking about that, and I'm not correlating it to the fact that Barack Obama's campaign was hope and change. I'm not even worried about that. Not. Although it is kind of odd that Zod's symbol, the one on his chest, means change. I'm not saying that, you know, that has any kind of political significance. No. That's obvious. And you know, we in the Illuminati, we're not obvious. No. We're subtle. We do things behind the scenes. But I'm interested to know if you picked up on some of the symbols that we did leave inside the movie, and what your reaction to it may be. Where's the outrage? I'm waiting for outrage. I'm waiting for people to become politically active from what we put in those things. And if you could actually go back and watch the movie, you know, if you can stand it, go back and watch the movie a second time or a third time, or how many times you want to go watch it, and see if you can pick out some of it. I'll give you a couple of hints, okay? Jonathan Kent's hairstyle, okay? That's all I'm saying about that, you know, how it lines up. I'm not going to say anything else. You just have to go back and watch that. We're talking subtle things that just register in the subconscious. How many frogs are in this movie? I bet you didn't notice them, but they're there. And what frogs mean, you know, in the overall, you know, life coming from the water and all that. Anyway, no. I wonder if you're going to get all caught up in the overt stuff. You know, the religious symbolism behind Superman as he struggles to decide whether or not he's going to turn himself over to Zod, which, you know, that's on the trailer. There's no spoilers there. You know, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty obvious. Okay, that's actually kind of hitting you over the head with a sledgehammer, kind of obvious. But anyway, no, I'm talking about the subtle things. Just look through them. Just see what you think. See what you think. Anyway, we'll be watching the population closely, and if over the next week or so we don't see what we think we're going to see, well, there's always World War Z, and we'll see what happens there. Because Laney really went out of his way to help people out with the symbols on that one, and Hugh was just right there working side by side. It was good to see the guys working together. Everybody but Johnson, of course, but anyway, we wanted that to be a hit so people would see it. So Johnson's not allowed to. No, he's not. And anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's this week's video. Symbolism in the Man of Steel. We hope you enjoyed it. We are waiting to see what your response is, and you know, if you don't quite trigger like we hope you do, and I don't know, some congressmen are called in on some things that they did, or perhaps a national security agency might backtrack on some widespread spying that perhaps it's doing, or perhaps, I don't know, even the United States government might decide to stay out of the whole Syria mess. We'll just see. You know, we'll see how World War Z hits you. In the meantime, you know, just enjoy the movies. Summer's a very stressful time. It's very hot usually in North America. You guys down in Australia, you've got the opposite problem. But yeah, so yeah, just either way, if you're here in the United States, if you're over in Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, a couple of you guys over there in Antarctica, you know who I'm talking about, Jim, Bob. And anyway, no matter where you are, just remember, there's a lot of stress in the world. So my recommendation, as the man, leader of the Illuminati, is that you take a minute, you walk outside your house, you look up in the sky, and you see those blazing chemtrails that we've left for you. No symbols in them other than perhaps just to relax and breathe deeply.